All right, this is where we begin. President Cyril Ramaphosa is tomorrow expected to visit the site of a building collapse in George. The death toll currently stands at 33 and it's made up of at least 7 South Africans. 12 workers, we're told, are still in hospital while 19 others remain unaccounted for. For more on this developing story, let's bring in SABC News reporter Lerato Fekisi, who is watching developments and joins us now from the site. And Lerato, we're starting to hear a bit more from some of the survivors of this devastating calamity.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's always a silver lining in every cloud. And I think the story now that I'm about to share with you now, one of the survivors who literally miraculously survived this ordeal, I'm going to speak to them just in a few minutes. But I wanted also to update you that of the 18 accounted for, like you said, 7 South Africans, 3 Zimbabweans, 1 Lesotho, 5 Malawians, and 2 Mozambique. But this morning we decided let's focus on the lighter side of things. It's been such a heavy 2 days being here in Georgia and listening to survivors or listening to those trying to identify the family members and the anguish therefore. But I decided to walk around and also try find for myself if at any chance I can find something good to speak of. And I found Delvin. I don't know if you remember Delvin. We met him last week as the SABC, one of the survivors, Delvin Safers, and delighted to see you looking so much better than I saw you last week with a bandage over your head. But let's just first talk. First of all, you are so blessed to be alive. You are so blessed to be alive. I think when you look at what happened there, what goes through your mind when you see and you hear, I saw a man shaking your hand and saying, you know what, you're so blessed to be alive because he lost his brother. How does it make you feel to know that you've survived such a terrible ordeal?
It's still a little bit difficult. I mean, I survived and a lot of people didn't survive. Some of my colleagues didn't survive. Some of my friends didn't survive. So it's difficult. But I'm grateful. I'm still here. I'm still here and thankful.
How has been the post-recovery? I know that I saw that you're a bit struggling here and there to walk. How are you currently feeling just physically? And also take us through also how long you're underground for. I'm going to talk to the man that saved you just now to speak about the techniques that got you to saving. I know they were involved, Lerato were involved in that as well. But how was it to be underground for such a long time? What was going through your mind? How were you feeling? How was just the entire experience, if you recall anything?
I don't know. I think that first couple of hours was difficult. I mean, you're in darkness. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if you're gonna survive, if you're gonna make it out. But the more I was just laying there, I heard some drilling, but far away. But I heard people outside, so I knew they were coming for us. Not like me precisely, but for some of us, they are coming for some of us. Yeah. So that gave us hope. That gave me hope. That gave the other 2 guys around me also hope. And I believe that helped us to at all circumstances, all our experience.
Sure.
Very much, yeah.
Awesome. And now I think another interesting side of the story is the man who actually saved Delvin's life, and he was telling me the story of how we have to talk about this because I found this so interesting that you're able to drill in a hole onto the concrete and then take through jelly tots and later water, and just take us through the entire process of what it actually entailed and how you got to hear that he was there and saved his life.
Good afternoon, good mornings. My name is Mervyn. I'm the CLO of the biggest housing project in George. A team of us, the company that the contractor of that company's name is Ruakon. They have request volunteers. On Tuesday morning, I was part of the volunteers that come here. We was approximately 45 and more that have come to the site. What have happened is that I was part of a group, rescue workers that was busy and looking how we can rescue people that are still alive. And there was one of the rescue workers that always have speak to Delvin Safers, and we was busy to take out rubble and so on around him, and it was not like 15 minutes or so on, and we have moved to the other side where Delvin was, and Mr. Theo Wessels from the company then asking for jackhammers, and he's starting and making a hole, and he called us and say we need a pipe so that we can give Devon water so that he can build up energy. So what have happened then, I bring the water and they put the water in the pipe and give it to him, and also give him some sweets so that he can build up energy. What happened, I became tired and I take a 10 minutes break and I come to the family site. At that time I didn't know that Dion, that Delvin's father is here. So when I entered the hall, I see Delvin's father and ask him, what is he doing here? He say, no, I'm looking for my son. My son is also under the rubble. And I was so excited to tell him, we are now busy with your son. And I say to him, we will get him alive out of the rubble. And after that, I moved back to the site. So what have happened is that I update him and I inform the others that was around there, rescue workers. No, I know his father. His father and me is long-time friends, family friends, and we come together from the 80s and so on. And we know each other for a very long time. So they say, no, you can update him. And I have updated him around when we take out Delvin. You see what I saw. It was really a miracle to get him out, because why the cement blocks was 50 centimeters.
Sure.
He was 50 centimeters. Why is he lies like 50 centimeters from his body? And if we have done mistakes, then he could have died if we have done some wrong drillings and those things. But I'm happy, and really I was feel happy when we get him out there, when the rescue team get him out, and we were so excited because another person is alive. There was a person not far from here that we was, but she was Amos, and we could have. We think we're going to get Amos first out, but we're getting him first out, and later on, like past 2-9, we're getting Amos out, and it was really experience. But what I saw, the dead bodies, 2 dead bodies, the one that was next to Delvin on the Wednesday. I didn't feel well. You understand, and it really affected me dramatically to see people like that, their bodies and so on. But for me, it was really to see he's coming alive. It was a miracle from God, and I think there was others that also have come out alive on that day, on Tuesday, and but there was others then not so lucky to. So I think. For the family, I know how they must feel, because I saw the bodies.
Well, that was Delvin Safers, and also the man that really saved his life, just retailing for us what happened and how he was able to save his life, and really saying how it was excruciating for him to see dead bodies, but how as a team effort they were able to come together, drilling holes into the concrete, get water to Delvin, make sure that he is hydrated, even able to drill in and get sweets to him to make sure that he has enough sugar to keep him alive. And he's so grateful to be alive and so blessed that among those that have deceased, he at least tell the tale that he survived and is alive now to tell the story. Let's go back to you guys in studio.
Yeah, absolutely. Lerato, Fekisi, if there is a silver lining in this incredibly heart-wrenching story, I suppose this is it. Lerato, Fekisi, live to us there from George in the Western Cape. Thanks very much indeed.